Welcome to season 2 of DG Podcast. As you can see, we're in a new format and we got a new person to our roster, Ali Allen. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Ali Allen here. I'm a lifelong gamer and I'm terrible at it. I love it, it's my passion. But the nerd tech stuff, I got that all down, so it's going to be fun.
Also with us today is Zexy Haas.
Yep, and I'm still the champion. What's up, guys?
Yeah, we're definitely going to go back and have him face off against Bassam. But since with the whole new coronavirus, we're trying to keep it safe. And Flying Hole will be on the show with us next week. But for now, it's just us three. And yeah, we're going to just dive into the first topic, coronavirus. How are you guys dealing with it, and what sort of games are you guys playing right now?
Well, right now, what we're doing at work is keeping it safe, wearing gloves, wearing a mask. It's still a little dangerous. We haven't shut down in Michigan yet, even though we have like 800 confirmed cases. God knows how many actual cases there are. So we're probably looking at a shutdown soon in the state where we're going to have to be at home working and whatnot. How about you, Al?
Me, I'm working from home, I'm living the dream. I always wanted a work from home job. I hate that it's under these circumstances, but I can't complain. I get to see my kids every day. My lunch breaks are lunch with the family because the kids are off school, so it's. But I've been in the house for 6 days straight, so I'm getting kind of stir crazy.
I'm in the same boat as you, Ali Ellen, and yeah, I can't complain about it. It is sad what's going on, and I really feel bad. Zexy Haas, you should definitely be at home quarantined.
Yeah, we probably should be, but hey, we gotta keep going and moving on and just go with the flow and see what.
Yeah, definitely. Just go with the flow. Now, I have been playing World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth, just catching up on the new Unzoth raid. And also, got a chance to jump into the Modern Warfare Battle Royale now. Before we go ahead and dive into that, I still want to know, what have you guys been playing while you're quarantined? Or, well, Zexy House, you're not being quarantined, but I still want to know, what games have you been jumping into?
Recently what I've been playing is probably a lot of people are doing this, but Warzone, Modern Warfare Warzone. It's pretty fun. I've been playing that, playing some League of Legends, kicking it back old school, trying out all those stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Ali Evan?
Same thing. I love Warzone. I've been waiting for it for 4 months now. I'm glad it's finally here. I hate that it's only 3 people. I think that was a terrible choice, but I know it's still a beta, so they're still testing it. But it's a great mode. I like Plunder a lot. I haven't played Battle Royale that much except for solos, but Plunder's been kicking ass.
Yeah, that's true. But they did talk about releasing a four man battle royale and a 5 man, I believe, as well, which is up to 200 people, which is going to be crazy.
Okay, now before we get into before we get into the actual battle royale, I didn't get a chance to play Plunder. What is Plunder?
Plunder is similar to Battle Royale, but instead of going for last man standing, your team just collects as much money possible. It still has all of the same loot as the Battle Royale, but with the team aspect of it, you're just collecting as much money possible. There's buy stations just like in Battle Royale where you have to extract money. You can call helicopter drops, very similar to like where the DZ is in the Division. It's awesome. It's really tense, and I can't wait till they add 200 people. Honestly.
Wow, that is insane. I'm definitely gonna have to jump into it. I did like with the new battle royale that when you die, you don't just quit the game and try to re-queue. You try to fight your way out. It looked like a prison bathroom of some sort, and I had to fight my way out to get back in. And even if you lose that battle, you can still be revived.
Yeah, it's sweet. It's a one-on-one gunfight. They pick a random weapon every different match. It's gulag. It's basically it's
The gulag.
yeah gulag. Love it.
Hey, you know what's annoying about it? The people in the top can throw like rocks at you or whatever they're throwing at you. It doesn't hurt you, but it distracts you. I thought I
Oh
was getting
god.
shot a couple times. It's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it throws off your senses. You have no idea where it's
Yeah.
coming from. And I like that you can't use the equipment that you have for 3 seconds. That way it gives you time to move around.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, how is your hard drive space with all this? I think it's up to 200 gigabytes now if you have the full game installed.
I play it on PlayStation, and every single time I turn my PlayStation on, I want to throw it through the wall because it takes 2 hours to download and install.
Yeah, not only that, when it downloads, you launch it up and it has to reset, sort of like, well, exactly like Call of Duty World War II used to do. And that can be a nuisance, definitely. I'm also playing on PlayStation 4. What are you playing on, Zexias?
PC. I'm playing on PC. I don't have too much problems. I have about 2 terabytes on my PC. I have a lot of room, but yeah, I never had any of those problems. The downloading is annoying. He's right. Like every time there's an update or whatever, but other than that, it's not that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
got.
don't have. Oh, go ahead.
I was to say I have 2 games left on my PlayStation. That's how much room it takes up.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Okay, I did buy external 6 terabyte hard drive, so I can't complain about this time. I know you can have the PlayStation auto download while you're away, putting it into sleep mode. But literally, when I launch the game up, it has to reset like 2 times to apply the patches. And that's what's annoying me more so than the space.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, so it sounds like we're all enjoying Modern Warfare Battle Royale. What else? What do you think they could add to make the experience better? Because so far I like it better than even Apex Legends. Yep, I said it.
Yeah, for sure. I like it more than Apex Legends too. It's really smooth. It's really nice. I like the way the game feels, and I like the guns. I like everything about it. It's
Yeah,
Now,
it's
yeah,
nice.
go ahead.
It's when you do plunder. Uh, Again, that's what I've been playing mostly. You get to start with your loadout that you pick and you unlock from regular multiplayer, which I really like.
You
You
can
get
do that similarly with the battle royale as well, but you have to get a drop. Once you get the drop, you can choose which loadout you.
You can choose which loadout to do what
Okay,
exactly.
so you know how you have loadouts in the game when you play regular Modern Warfare. You know your weapon loadouts. When you're playing battle royale, you can do a drop. Like you buy a drop or a drop comes, and you can choose those loadouts. So you can choose the guns you have on your loadouts. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds all good. I know Ali Ellen, you're new here to this podcast, and if you have heard our previous podcasts, we like Apex Legends as the overall better battle royale when compared to PUBG and Fortnite. Now, to me, Fort or Modern Warfare Battle Royale, just looking at the map, it reminded me more of PUBG. Do you see a similar resemblance? Although it is a lot more realistic. I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think that because it's a little bit slower paced than Apex Legends is, it reminds me a lot of PUBG. PUBG had a really steep learning curve. I think the Call of Duty is a little bit more accessible. And honestly, I like that they released it on every platform and it's free to play. I don't feel like it's pay to win at all, which is a huge thing for me, just like Apex Legends, but it's a faster pace and honestly Plunder throws it throws every other battle royale out. It's way more intense. It's automatic respawn. It's really accessible, which is really nice.
I'm really glad you mentioned that it's free to play because the other modes like co-op or spec ops, multiplayer, single player, you have to own the game. But that is probably the smartest move Infinity Ward or Activision, whoever's in charge on this decision, smartest move they could have done was throw it out there for everyone to download and play on every platform, and it's cross-platform play as
And
well.
and on top of that, all the progress that you get from inside battle royale carries over to regular multiplayer. So all of your XP carries over, which is really nice. So it gives you incentive to actually own the game as opposed to just the free to play.
Yeah, now that is amazing. Now, what do you think they're gonna do in the future? Like, the next game is Black Ops. We already know that. Well, it's highly rumored that it's Black Ops. When that releases, is it going to make this one irrelevant? Or see, because I think they should find a way to keep it battle royale as its own thing and still do the yearly releases with campaign. but they're already moving on to Black Ops. Black Ops might have its own battle royale. Is that a smart decision? What do you guys think?
Honestly, that's actually I never thought of that, and that would be sweet if they kept it. But I doubt they will do that. You know, it's like a different company, and on top of that, Black Ops should learn how to make a good battle royale from this game right here. I'm not gonna lie, it's much better than the one that was for Black Ops.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna make the next Call of Duties with no battle royale, and this is gonna be their battle royale game, and they're just gonna let the developer handle it.
Really, you think that? I don't think so. I don't think they'll do that.
Yeah, I disagree as well. I think Black Ops 5, or if they just call it Black Ops like they did with Modern Warfare, I think they're going to add their own spin again on Battle Royale. I don't think it'll make Modern Warfare irrelevant. People will probably still play that because it's more of the realistic take. But I think Activision should stick to one Battle Royale. Then again, Black Ops is highly popular for the Zombies mode more than it is for the Battle Royale mode.
Very true.
Yeah, I'd like to see them integrate the developers if possible to see what they can do with it. Like if they put a new spin on it, maybe make like a season 2 or something like that of the battle royale where the next developer takes it over. I know it's difficult logistically, but that'd be nice.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. I know Black Ops 4 went ahead and threw zombies in the mix, and when but even then I still got bored of it. And again, you all know I'm the type that likes the more realistic Call of Duty, and that's exactly what Modern Warfare is. And honestly, it's more realistic than the previous Modern Warfares. I used to feel like I'm shooting paper. Now it actually feels like I'm shooting something. Yeah, and it definitely ain't paper. But anyways, any more to add to Modern Warfare, or you guys think we should move on?
No, I think we said everything that we need to say unless Haas has something.
No, I'm good. Let's move on. Next subject.
Now, do you guys still play the multiplayer versus? Have they been updating that regularly, or?
Nope.
I still play it, yeah, because I play with 4 people. So until they add more people, if everybody's on, we just have to play team deathmatch
Yeah.
and all the other
Yeah,
modes.
I got bored of it real quick. I'm not gonna lie. Like after like 2-3 weeks of playing it, just repetitive. I couldn't do it.
You don't like campfests?
Nope. I like Warzone though. Warzone got me back into the game.
And that is definitely what they've been going for. Now, do you think Fortnite will fight back and release something new? They're constantly updating that thing.
That game still exists.
Yeah, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like a completely different game.
Yeah, dude, it's completely different. But that game, man, Fortnite. I don't even want to talk.
Yeah, we're not going to go into it, but definitely they do exist with each other, and that's why different audiences, maybe some audiences swap back and forth, but I can mostly say it's probably different audiences.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we're moving on. We released a top 10 game of the year list last year before we stopped making regular podcasts. I just wanted to go over it because some people were confused. I got not comments, some personal messages like, why wasn't this game on the list versus that game? Why was your list mostly remakes? And I just wanted to address that. So, how we decided that, Ali Allen, we had three of us, Flying Ho and Zexy Haas, all come up with their top 10 list, and we put it through a scoring system. And we mostly liked remakes last year. That is why they got up there. For example, WoW Classic is up there really high for a game that came out in 2004. Is like, I think it was number three. I can't remember exactly, but that is the reason for it. Also, there are some games on there, like I didn't play Zelda, but Flying Ho played Zelda, so that didn't rank. It did rank high on our overall list, but I still didn't play it, so that's why it wasn't a part of my list.
Yeah,
So,
honestly, as well, for the people wondering why we did that, it's because most of the games last year that did come out, a lot of them were unfinished, and we were talking about that a lot. And there wasn't really a lot of games that were polished and good. And like for example, Star Wars, that game was polished, finished, it was good. That's why it was number one. and it was a game that came out that year. But most games that came out last year, they were no good, man.
Yeah, I agree with that. Last year was a terrible year for gaming.
Terrible. And the games that we wanted, they were like half finished or not finished. Like Anthem. Anthem was I was waiting for that game. And when I was watching it and I was waiting for it, and when I played it, it was fun. And then I realized it was unfinished, and it didn't deserve to be on the list.
Yeah, I played that game for a week straight and then I stopped playing it. But I had it on 2 systems. I mean, it's such a fun game, but damn, was it not finished.
Damn.
Yeah, flying in that game is really fun. They
Dude, it's a
definitely
fun
went
game.
through- Yeah, it's just the content wasn't there, the loot wasn't there, the glitches were there, and I don't know how they tested that thing and released it. It's beyond, especially for BioWare. You wouldn't imagine BioWare was one of the big
I got a question. Did Fallout come last year or the year before that?
Fallout. Which
Fallout
one?
76?
Yeah,
76?
Fallout 76. That was last year, right? Or
Yeah,
no, that was 2
it
years ago.
was. Yeah, it was last year November.
Okay, never mind then.
Wait, you mean 2018?
2018
Yeah,
November.
yeah. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like another game that was disappointing. A lot of games are coming out unfinished, man. It's getting annoying, and we're gonna get into that. Another game that came out unfinished, and like the promises they made weren't there, and it just most companies are doing that now, and
Yeah, I feel like the publishers took so much crap the year before that about all the microtransactions and how much it was in the news that they decided to punish us last year with unfinished games.
that's funny.
Now there are still many good titles. If you see on that Game of the Year list, even the honorable mentions, and I'm gonna go over them just to see if you guys played them. I want you guys just to reply. Let me know if you played it, and if you played it a good amount of time, feel free to mention it, talk about it, whatever you guys want. So I'm gonna start with Devil May Cry 5. It was an honorable mention. I did not play that.
That was my brother Al that played it, or Flying Ho. I didn't play it personally.
Yeah, no, I didn't play that game either. I got sick of Devil May Cry. I got burned
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Okay, now honestly, I'm going back. I'm gonna go ahead and play the collection, and that's why I didn't play Devil May Cry 5. I played 4, but not 1, 2, and 3. All right, now Gears of War 5, I played it. It was a badass game. I did want it on the top 10 list, but overall, it didn't make it on the scoring system. I think it just barely hit number 11, possibly. I'm not sure, but did you play it, Haas?
Yeah, definitely. That wasn't a game I wanted on my top 10, but it was a fun game. It was a fun game for about a week, and then I couldn't play it anymore after that. I don't know why. Something about that game that wasn't intriguing enough for me to play it a long time and really put it on my top 10.
Yeah, I think it's just burnout too because the multiplayer is, as much as they try to spin it around, it's still the same. And we've played it for so long. I think it was just had burnout fatigue. I played it. I actually like the single players of them a lot, but every time I play multiplayer, the skill level is so high and it's so repetitive that I burn out right away.
Yeah, you definitely mentioned a good point. We're burnt out. There's been like 6 iterations. They really need to change it up. They need to do what God of War did and implement that into Gears. And it's very hard to do it because it's a solid shooter, and changing it might upset the fans. So it's a really tough decision. Now, Control was another one I did not play, and I still want to play. It's available on PlayStation Plus right now, which is huge because the president of Microsoft announced that it was coming to Game Pass, and Remedy replied, "No, it's not coming to Game Pass." And we all thought they want to make some more sales before the holiday before releasing it, and it turns out that Sony got the timed exclusive to put it on their Now service before Game Pass.
Yeah, I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, fiasco ridden.
Did you guys play Control?
Personally, me, I was watching Flying Ho play it. It looks pretty cool. I didn't mind it. It was.
I didn't play it. I just didn't feel the need to invest in it at the time. If it came to Game Pass, I would have played it 100%. But I didn't want to buy it.
Yeah,
But it was unique. But it was unique. It was nice. I'm not gonna lie. That when I was watching it, It was something that was unique. It was different.
Definitely, and it has an expansion and a new expansion coming out. And if you guys remember Zarik Meister, he was on the podcast. That was his game of the year. He's telling
Yeah.
me you have to play that game. That is definitely a must. So I will definitely dive into that. But another honorable mention, we're at Mario Maker 2. That was next up there. I did not play this game, but I heard a lot that it's like part one, but they just added a lot more content to it.
Yeah, it was really fun. I played it. It's really cool. It's really nice, and I never thought I would have that much fun in a Mario Maker game, and it's just really fun to play, man. Really fun to make all these levels and do all that stuff. It's really
Yeah, I agree with everything Haas said. It reminded me a lot of like when Little Big Planet came out, and you were like, "Man, this game is really fun," and then they came out with Little Big Planet 2 and added a bunch more content.
exactly.
Yeah, same thing. I felt like it was too similar to part one for you guys to include it in the top 10 list too.
Yeah, now that you mentioning Little Big Planet makes me think of Dreams. All I keep hearing is such great things about Dreams, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, I haven't played it either.
We'll definitely get to that when we all get a chance to get our hands on it. Division 2, I played it, I enjoyed
Yep.
it. I stopped playing it. The new expansions came. While the free episodes came out, I did not play those, and now a new expansion came out. It's going to take me a long time to get to it. I kind of gave up on games as a service. I'm just sick of the grind. I just don't want to do it anymore. What about you guys?
Really, it's and I really felt like it was a pay to win kind of game. It was really fun. It was really sweet. I really had fun with it. We played it for a minute, and just the pay to win aspect of it made it just not not to our top 10. I couldn't put it in there. I'm not gonna support pay to win games.
Yeah, I agree. I played the ever living heck out of that game for 2 months straight. I built a gaming PC for it. It was awesome, but again, once you get towards the end, it gets kind of pay to win. And then they took a lot of the stuff that they fixed in the Division 1 and they completely messed it up again in the Division 2. And it felt like we were starting all over again with their glitches and bugs and them reworking and balancing the game. So I agree. But I
Definitely.
did just buy it for Stadia because I love that game, no matter how bad it is.
Yeah, no, it's a really fun game, man. It's really fun, and it's really sweet. Just to pay to win once again. That's just
Well, it is ridiculous. Stop making new iterations of these games, or if you are going to do it, throw in the old game into the new one. Like Destiny 2, Division 2. When you make Destiny 3 and Division 3, include Division 2 and 1 in the game, or at least the maps. Allow you to go back into those old raids. That's one thing about World of Warcraft, that you can go back and play every old dungeon and raid, and even some people will argue, no, you can't go back to the original Next Remus. Well, now they got WoW Classic. So I want them to implement these shooter MMOs similar to the way these PC MMOs work.
Yeah,
that,
I agree with that. I think that they're trying to kind of do that. It's a little limited in its scope to do that, but I think with the Warlords of New York expansion, I think they kind of want to blend it a little bit, but it's still got super big balancing issues. But it's my guilty pleasure still.
Oh yeah, they went back to New York on that and show you the aftermath. So it's kind of more of a sequel than the actual sequel.
yeah, it's that's actually a very good idea. Who's I never thought of that. Where they should make it like those PC MMOs. That would be actually really.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on, Borderlands 3. I don't want your opinions, Exios. I'm not going to give mine because we talked about it on the show, how boring it was. What do you think,
Sa-
Ali?
Same thing. I think I played it for a half a day. I was done with it. I love the older remakes, the HD ones, but it was just it's not a new game. It's the same game.
Yeah, and that's why I mentioned it, because the content is definitely there for Borderlands 3. It's just boring.
Yeah.
I hate to say
You
it.
can't be top 10 if you're just gonna release the same game. It's just not gonna happen.
Definitely. Okay, now. Oh, wait, there's Mortal Kombat 11, which was also honorable. Now, this one also slipped in. I think it had similar points to Gears 5, and it was barely there to number 10.
Yeah, I believe it should have been in the top 10. Honestly, that game was fun, man. I'm a Mortal Kombat like geek.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I'm guilty for that.
Man,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I played it, but I'm terrible at fighting games, man.
One thing those games do right is add story, and for a fighting game, it actually works. I don't know how they always do a good job.
definitely, definitely. That game should have been top 10, top 5 even.
Yeah, I think the nostalgia of Mortal Kombat 2 with our generation, whenever they add a story, we feel like we're watching the next movie. You know what I mean? So it makes me want to play it.
Yeah, it's definitely the universe that is really good.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Nostalgia for sure.
All right, going to number 10. That's Apex Legends. We did brush up on that a lot. I'm pretty sure we all played that.
Yep, definitely. Did you play it, Ollie?
Yeah, I played it when it first came out, but I stopped because I didn't have like a dedicated group. It's tough to play it when you're just running solo or playing with a couple people.
Okay, and we all played Modern Warfare, which was number 9. So I'm going to go on to number 8, which was The Outer Worlds. I played it. I loved the game. I thought it was even better than Fallout. Fallout 3 was one of my favorite games. I don't want to say it's better than Fallout 3. I really enjoyed Fallout 3, and that's mainly because the story was so good. But it's definitely better than Fallout 76. But also, I know Fallout
That's not
76.
saying much. That's not saying
Goat
much.
Simulator is better than Fallout 76.
Yeah, that is true. It's not saying much. We'll see what Fallout 76 has to offer when they update their game with NPCs to see if it gets better, but I'm not holding high hopes for that.
Yeah, I
Did you
think
guys play The Outer World?
Yeah, definitely played it. Really fun game, really sweet. A lot better than Fallout for sure. The game is really big. It's really nice. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. Kingdom Hearts 3, guilty, didn't play it. I'm burnt out on Kingdom Hearts game.
That game was like my brother's top like 3. That's why it got up there. Or Flying Gold's top 3. Never played it.
I actually have never played a Kingdom Hearts game, but I did play that one. I wanted to see if I could beat it. I didn't beat it because I got burned out towards the end, but it's a fun game. It really, really is. It's crazy how they can take like such childish characters. Again, nostalgia, but the story's really good. But it's really, really deep and it's really complex.
Yeah, the game is really good. Let me tell you my problem. It's not that I didn't want to play it, it's that I beat Kingdom Hearts 1, I never beat Kingdom Hearts 2, and then they released all these little side stories in between. And I'm the type of person I can't just jump to 3. I got to see the story in a linear form, and that's the reason I didn't play it. I'm sure it would have been up there on my list.
Yeah, I think I spent about 6 hours watching YouTube videos to recap the story.
Okay, and I'm moving on to number 6. That was Kingdom Hearts 3 was number 5. Number 6, a lot of people are probably going to hate me for this, and I nominated Days Gone. That was my runner up for Game of the Year. What about you guys? Did you guys play it?
Days Gone, your runner up is really not a bad a bad. It was really sweet. Just the fact that first there wasn't a lot of good games that year, but that this game was one of the best ones. Just the fact that it was a zombie game and it was that fun, I really enjoyed it. And I enjoy zombie games.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool concept. I didn't like the execution so much on the game. I thought it was kind of bland, but yeah, I wouldn't have made it runner up, but I would definitely think about nominating it. But I'm halfway between hating you and running it up.
Okay, that is fair. Halo Reach, number 5. There's no chance if I ever made a top 10 list where I would put Halo Reach number 5. Not because it's a bad game, it's a good game, but it's a remake.
My
What
man, listen here, bro. First of all, the fact that it was on PC was awesome. And the game just brought back a lot of memories. I understand Halo Reach is not as good as Halo 3 and not as good as Halo 2. I'm not saying they just released Halo 1, by the way, but the game was fun. It was really sweet. And there wasn't a lot of good games, man. There wasn't a lot of decisions.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would have nominated Halo Reach too, just because of the fact
100%.
that the online for the previous Halo game was such a cluster disaster. I think it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, man, this one was way better on PC. The way they released it, it worked perfectly. There was no glitches. Even though I hate 343, I understand that this game came out on PC and it was really good. I said I wasn't gonna buy it, but hey, check.
I think out of all the games last year, that was flawless execution. It should have
Yeah,
been
it
in the
was
top
good.
10 just for that.
Okay. Well, it is available also on Xbox. I don't know if
Yep.
anyone played it on that, but that pick was specific to PC. Number 4 was Zelda. I already mentioned I didn't play it. What about you guys?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Stay with Zelda.
Oh, sorry about that. Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah. Come on, man. How don't you play it? I'm about to let you borrow it just so you can play it. You'll love it. It's amazing, man. I understand it's a remake, but the game I never played the old one. I never played the original. This game was amazing. I never knew I would enjoy it that much. It's just really good, man. I love Zelda, and this one was really good. I had to put it up there.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would nominate it, but Zelda are my favorite games that I can never ever play through.
Did you beat the Breath of the Wild?
I got halfway through it. I bought a Switch for it, and then I just stopped. I don't know what it is, man. When I get to the second half of those games, I get burned out.
You're crazy, man. Breath of the Wild, for sure the best Zelda of all time.
Hey, I'm with Ali Allen. Like every Zelda game I play, I get like halfway or even sometimes a quarter way before I give up. But Breath of the Wild was something different. I kept going. I beat it. I even liked it better than Horizon Zero Dawn, and people will get at me for that.
If you chose to, let's be honest here, if you chose Horizon as a better game than Zelda, people will get on you. No matter what you pick, people are going to get on you.
That is true. Either I'm gonna get Sony fans or Nintendo fans after me.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Horizon was really good. I might have to put Horizon above Zelda.
Yeah.
I never knew it was that good. I played it late. I was just saying Zelda without even playing Horizon, but once I played Horizon, man, that game is really, really good, man. And it's close, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people expected it to be that good because Sony does such a terrible job marketing. Like, Zelda's a system seller. You know when Zelda's coming out. Horizon Zero Dawn, your boy's got to tell you about it, and you got to play it for you to know it's really good.
It was really good.
Yeah, definitely. And Horizon's coming to PC, or is it out already? I haven't checked, but I know it's coming. Are
I'm
you
not
gonna get
gonna.
it?
No, definitely not, man. I already played through it. Like, why would I?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it for PC either. That's a PlayStation game for me.
Yeah, definitely. I played it. Not gonna play it again, but if you want it to look the best, it's definitely gonna be on PC. And that's actually great news that Sony's bringing some exclusives onto PC. And is it on Steam? Does
Yeah,
anyone know?
it's gonna be on Steam in the summer.
Oh, nice. Okay, number 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I played it, loved it, platinumed it. What about you guys?
Go ahead. Well, personally, I played it, never beat it. It was really fun, but I wouldn't put it top 5. But it was really cool. I liked.
What? Did you
Yeah,
see how it got Game of the Year from
I
like every
understand.
publication?
Listen,
I understand it did. I'm just saying that like Dark Soul was better for me.
yeah, I agree with Haas. I think any game that's difficult that comes out in the year that it comes out gets top 5 or top game of the year.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not number.
Yeah, well, I can agree with you. Definitely Dark Souls is better, even though some people will disagree. But
I don't know
yeah,
who would
anything else you
disagree.
want to?
I've never met anybody that disagreed with that. But yeah,
Okay. And then our number 1 was Star Wars, which you mentioned earlier. Oh, by the way, Star Wars, you did not play it on our ending of the podcast last year. Did you get a chance to play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
who are you talking to?
To you, Zexios.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I played it but did not beat it. I played it over Flying Ho's house. The game is really sweet. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna beat it. I just need another month. I just haven't had time
Yeah.
with this coronavirus and everything that's going.
do you think you will change your game of the year opinion just by what you have played?
I already did, to be honest. It's because this is better. See, those remakes might be better when they first came out, but the fact that this came out last year and it's a new game and just the way the game felt was really sweet.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
I
do
agree
you
with
think?
that. Star Wars, it's Star Wars, man. Okay, and it's a good Star
By the
Wars
way,
game.
sorry to cut you off. My brother or Flying Ho just had a baby. And by the way, Flying Ho's my brother. He named his son Anakin.
That's
You said
awesome.
Anakin?
Yeah, Anakin.
Love it.
Nice.
Yeah, Darth Vader's name.
Love it. Love it.
All right. Before we wrap this up, I did want to mention the Final Fantasy VII remake. Did you guys get a chance to play the demo? And are you looking forward to the game when it comes out?
You go first. Go first, Ali.
I'm gonna give you a short answer. I haven't played the demo. I'm not a huge Final Fantasy guy. I like the Western RPGs over the Japanese RPGs.
Okay, I played the demo. I just want to point out one thing. I've never been a Final Fantasy fan. I've never liked any Final Fantasy. I've played them. I played Final Fantasy X. I got pretty far. I've never got into it. This game is different. When I played this demo, just the way well, I played it where that new combat style where you switch between people and it was just so sweet, man. And Cloud felt good, and the game was amazing. And the boss battle wasn't short; it was awesome. And then there was mechanics I had to figure out, and just the gameplay itself is so unique that I'm gonna have to buy that game. And I already pre-ordered it. The game is amazing. That demo, I'm bought in, and the story looked sweet, but just something about that game I loved. And I mean, so far, man, that game, that demo really brought me into the Final Fantasy. I never played any other Final Fantasy that I liked, and this one I loved.
Yeah, I can agree with you guys both. Ali Ellen, what you said, you're more of a Western RPG player. I'm exactly the same way. I don't like turn based Japanese role playing games. I mean, I can still play them, but I don't enjoy them as much as the Western RPGs. And I think that's why they remade it towards the Western audience. But they had so much backlash that they released two different options how to play the game. So, do you think you'll pick it up, Ali Allen?
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up. I just
You'll love
based
it.
on Haas's explanation right now, I think I'm gonna have to pick it up.
Hey, just
Yeah.
download the demo. Download the demo. Try it out, and you're gonna see how unique it is. It's different, man. It's
Now, did you play the demo and add 20-minute timer instead of 30-minute for the secret ending?
Yeah, I did 20 minute. I did the 20-minute ending, and I thought it would be hard, but I finished with like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, it was really easy on normal. Actually,
Yeah,
is
I
what
had
I
on
played
normal
on. I
too.
didn't play it on hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun, definitely. I can't say for sure I will buy it, but I was never a Final Fantasy fan, and this is definitely making me want to get it, want to play.
Dude, hell yeah, man! I already pre-ordered it. That's how I'm happy for it. And this is what I need, man. I want games. I know they're gonna finish this game. They're not gonna release it prematurely. I know that for a fact.
But it's
And
another remake. What the hell?
oh yeah, that's a remake, but it's different. This one's different. It's not the same story, but not the same.
All right. Ali Ellen, did you want to add anything before we wrap up?
Yeah, what is now knowing and getting the updates of all the games that you guys put on your top 10 list? What are your new game of the year games if you have one, and then I'll give you mine after.
For 2019 or right now so far.
For 2019.
Warcraft 3. No, that's a joke.
Save that. Now we know about that backlash. We're waiting for Flying Go to get on here. We'll get to that, but that'll be next week. Go ahead. What were you saying, Zexias? Anything? What's your top game?
So far, I'm gonna have to say it's even though I never finished it. Star Wars was really good. I'm gonna have to put that at number one, or am I supposed to start from like 5?
No, you
No,
can do
no,
number
just yeah.
Yeah, that's my number one.
Whose?
And
I would not change my opinion. Star Wars is still my number one. If I was to change anything, I definitely put Control up there. Control, just looking at the trailers, makes me want to play it so badly. And I don't think I mentioned Resident Evil 2 Remake. That was a honorable mention as well. I definitely got to get to that, but I still wouldn't put that on my top 10 list. But yeah, Control definitely should be in the top 10.
Last year was the games of unfinished games. It was horrible, and hopefully, we never had a good start this year with that Warcraft 3. We're gonna get to it, but hopefully people learn from that there, there's repercussions, and you
Yeah,
should have.
it really sucks because I'm sorry to cut you off. That was my anticipated game that we mentioned last year
Yeah,
on the
dude, that was mine
podcast.
too.
I cannot believe how. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna cut it here because Ali Island's gonna give us his top 10 list, but we are refraining from going into the Warcraft discussion on this episode. Sorry about that, listeners.
Oh, yeah. For last year, I would remove World of Warcraft just because I boycotted it. All right, go ahead.
Boycotted him. I love it. I feel like you guys are gonna have PTSD when we talk about Warcraft 3. I'm gonna
Oh
listen
my
because I
god.
didn't play it as much as you guys back in the day versus
Well,
now.
hey, we barely played it. We barely played.
Okay.
No,
Um,
no, I played it back in the
No,
day.
no, back in the day we did. I'm saying the new one we barely played.
yeah. Yeah, I read some stuff online. I won't get into it either. But yeah, all right, my top game of the year. I'm not gonna go through top 10, just my top game, and I'll catch some flack for it. But with the updates and with everything that they've done, I have not since it came out stopped playing Modern Warfare. I love that game, whether it's regular multiplayer or the new battle royale mode. I think they just took it over the top with the battle royale, and I would give it top game. Number two, Star Wars, but for me, man, it's Modern Warfare all the way. Just the crossplay and then battle royale with a twist with plunder, it takes it over the
This
top
is
for me.
after all the updates.
After all the updates, before the updates, I wouldn't even put it in the top 10. But after the updates, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, do you think reviewers should go back and re-review some games because how drastically they change with updates?
No,
Yeah.
I'll
They
let you
shouldn't
go
do
first.
that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. They shouldn't do it, but you have a point. Games do change, especially nowadays. They release it half done, and then every couple months they release a part of the game. And no, they should get reviewed for how it originally came out. Ali, go.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they should go back because if you're going to release a game half finished and it's going to hurt your sales, then you deserve to have your sales hurt. If it hurts it. I mean, Call of Duty, it doesn't. I mean, the sales are going down a little bit, but at the same time, just because they added this great mode now, I don't think that they should go back and change the scores because it ruins the integrity of it. I mean, they could always do an update or they could review it separately, but that original score should still stand.
Okay, interesting. I kind of want to disagree because of the whole Mass Effect Andromeda fiasco back then. Because they did eventually update and fix everything, but it was released. It was out of the gate like that. I guess you're right. It should get that review score
Finish
because
your
it got
game.
released. Yeah, it got past the final line of testers. I mean, that's on them.
Like, how greedy do you want to be that you don't want to finish your game? Because you know people are going to buy it.
They know
Definitely.
the game is unfinished. They release it just for sales. That's all it is.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the discussion here. I
But
just did want
I'm
to.
I'm sorry to cut you
What?
off. But when you do finish your game, you get a game like Star Wars where everybody gives it high praise and the sales are very high. You finish your games, you make more money. That's it.
Make more money. Okay. Thanks for adding that, Zexios. All right. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I just did want to mention that this is only temporary for this season because we're all isolated at home, and next season we'll be back on video. But this is new to us. This is something fun to us as well. That's why we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to deliver it more often. The editing shouldn't be as difficult, which is a good thing. We can deliver it more often, like I mentioned. And I just want to welcome Ali Allen to the team. I'm really happy he's on here with us. He gives us a different expected or perspective than rather us three always shouting at each other mostly.
Yeah, we need somebody calm to be the new champ anyway, so it's a good time for me to
What?
come on board.
What?
Yeah, definitely. We're glad to have you.
I got the belt,
Uh,
my dude. You ain't no.
yeah, and like Zexi Haas is mentioning, we're gonna pump out other shows We're doing some testing. The live play is up right now. We have 3 episodes on there, mostly stream testing, but we're getting better at it, and we're gonna update that. We got retro play, which is us playing old school games. Flying Ho is gonna cover that. I just threw up episode on Final Fantasy 11 about that. It's like 5 minutes, and it's only to show the format of how basically it's going to run the segments. We might start doing it together, but up until we can get together, we'll improve that show. And when we can get together, we'll also have the Sam face off against Zexi Haas, and he's saying he's gonna take that champion away from you. So I don't know.
We'll see.
All right. Thanks again, guys. It was good to have you guys. Let's let Ali Allen close up the show since he's new here. Go ahead, take it
Oh,
away.
Awesome.
putting him on the spot.
Yeah, right. Good thing I'm good at improv. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it, all the support. We ask that you guys give us a chance with this new format. We think it's going to be really good because we're going to be able to release more content. We should be able to feature our own channels on the main channel, stream a lot more. We're all quarantined anyway, sitting at home besides Haas. But it's going to be fun, and I can't wait. But thank you guys for tuning in.